What's going on, guys? It's Lawton here. People are asking me, hey Lawton, why can't I wheelie? I've been trying forever. I don't get it. This is just too hard. I'm gonna basically show you the simplest way to wheelie. I'm gonna go in depth on things you need to do. I promise you, if you guys follow everything I do in this video to a T, you will guaranteed be able to wheelie. Follow it to a T. Okay, I guarantee you'll be wheeling soon. Let's get into the video. I'm gonna start off with just kind of the basic technique to wheelie. Then I'll get more in depth as we go. First of all, you're gonna wanna start by going very slow. So rather you're on like a wheelie bike, like a single speed gear like this, or you have gears, whatever you're doing, whenever you're starting to learn how to wheelie, go super slow to start with, because when you go slower and you push down the pedals, there's more torque that's being pushed, and so the front wheel will just pop up a lot easier. So repeat this in your head. Head over the bars like this, and then push down on the pedal and pull up at the same time. That's really the technique, right? So that's like the basic technique. So what I like to do is, you know, when I was starting, I would like to put a pedal or two in before and then go. 1, 2, 3, pull up. And when you put like a few pedals in before, it kind of builds up the power, and then you can just kick it on that third or second, and you'll get more torque out of the pedal and you'll get a better pull up. Head over the bars, lean forward like this, get a few pedals in, and then at the same time that you're pushing down on the pedal, you're gonna pull up. Now once you start getting it up there, you're gonna have to start worrying about not falling back. So the way you prevent yourself from falling back is by using your back brake. Now this is a nice Shimano XT hydraulic back brake, 4 pistons, pretty strong. Now some of you guys might be working with mechanical disc brakes or even rim brakes, and even if you have those, it'll still work. I'm gonna do a video soon on how to maintain different style of brakes to make sure they feel sharp and mint. But the back brake is what's gonna save you. What I think you guys should do is put the bike up just like this and just kind of roll it forward and tap the back brake. If you notice, see how the front wheel's going forward from me hitting the back brake? That's what's gonna save you. Now that we know how to pull up a wheelie and we know how to use the brake, time to put it all together. So what I think you guys should do is pull it up and slam on the brake. Pull it up, slam on the brake, just to get used to that feeling. 1, 2, 3, slam on the brake. Get a feel for it. Now it's really important to learn how to use the brake early on, because as you progress, the brake becomes extremely important for all types of tricks like combos. You know, really any future wheelie trick requires the brake. Now that we know how to pull up a wheelie and we know how to slam on the brake, now we need to learn how to modulate the brake and keep a nice smooth wheelie going. So you're gonna wanna be giving it little taps, which is gonna be hard at first, because people are just not used to the feeling of wheeling and giving it a little bit of brake. And so you'll feel your front wheel go like this every time you hit it. So when people go to wheelie, you'll see a lot of people do this, and that's totally fine. It's good to like get into the habit of being able to catch yourself, but eventually you're gonna want to just learn how to modulate the back brake, and so you can keep a nice smooth wheelie. So I'm giving the brake a little bit of tap. As you see, just a few taps here and there. Now another problem that you might come across is that you're going to be hitting the brake too much and you're just going to be going too slow. So the wheelie is kind of a little back behind balance point, therefore you're always going to be tapping the brake, which is going to slow your wheelie right down. So you want to find that sweet spot, balance point, where you're kind of just giving it a tap here and there, but it's not slowing you down. You're kind of just keeping a nice gradual speed. It's all about the practice you put in, the reps. So the more you work on your brake control, the more you work on pulling it up, the better you're gonna get it. Like literally that's all wheelies really are, just how much you work on it. This is kind of the way I hit my brake. So I kind of pull it in just a little bit, and then that's about just as much as I use for a brake. So I'm barely pushing it in, just kind of like that. You wanna be right at balance point, where you know you're not going too far back, you're not going too far forward, you're kind of just right in that sweet spot where you can just go forever. But the more you work on this, I'm telling you, you will get it. If you follow these steps completely, I guarantee you'll be wheeling. So now that we've talked about all the different steps, we're gonna put it all together and I'm gonna show you what the end product looks like when you follow all of these steps. So let's get into it. I might have messed up the cone a little bit, but oh, my bad. It's okay, buddy. Now, another thing I'd like to include is seat height. Now, people don't take this into consideration sometimes, but as you can see, my seat is all the way down. Now, I would not recommend this for beginners. For starters, I'd recommend a seat height kind of like this, especially for a wheelie bike. But don't start with your seat all the way down. You probably want to start with your seat kind of like midway up. It's easier for balance point and pulling it up. And then as you get better and better, start to lower it down a little bit at a time. And eventually, you're gonna want your seat slam all the way down like this. Now, another thing that people get confused with a lot is bike size. So I get a lot of people coming to me with like 20-inch BMX bikes. And I'm not gonna lie, that's a little hard to like progress with in wheelies. Like, you can wheelie it, but I don't think you're gonna be able to like sit down on the seat and be able to do as many tricks. Bike size is very important. I'm about 5'8", and this is like 27.5-inch wheels. You just want to make sure that your bike actually fits you and it's not too small or too big. It'd be better to have your bike a little on the big side than the small side when wheeling. Now, if you guys are learning how to wheelie on a mountain bike, click that video up there where I teach you how to wheelie a mountain bike. But this is really for kind of like wheelie bikes, big BMX bikes. But if you want to learn how to wheelie a mountain bike, check that video out. All right, and with that said, that's the end of the video. Make sure you guys remember, the more work you put into like learning how to wheelie, the quicker you're gonna get. That's really all that matters. Like, everyone will get it at some point. Some people might get it in a month, some people might get it in a week, some people might get it in a year. But if you just keep trying, I promise you, it will work. You just listen to those things I told you in today's video. I promise you, if you put in the work, you will get it for sure. I promise. You'll be wheeling in no time. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have any comments, put them down in the description down below. I have some other how to wheelie videos. If you want to wheelie a mountain bike, click up there. And so yeah, see you guys later.